Good evening and hello. You might see this tomorrow, but this is a video about sleep. I'm a little late getting this week's video out, but here it comes. So I've had several requests this week for a video about sleep, insomnia, all the problems that we have, which are tons. So I'm going to glance this way because my notes are here. First, just a few housekeeping things. Please like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't had a chance. That really helps my channel grow a little bit. Coming up on Thursday, I think it's Thursday. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, Thursday evening, October 6th at 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm having a launch party. So I'm going to share a little bit about my story, talk about healing, and then talk about like what I do for people that book appointments, the kind of work I do besides just individual coaching. I do a little bit of consulting stuff too. So please come if you can. It's free. Just grab a snack, grab a cozy blanket, and just come and listen for the evening. You don't even have to turn your camera on. You can leave your camera off and use a weird name. It doesn't matter. Just a night of sharing, healing, and I'll just talk about kind of like what I've been doing and the work I do with individuals. It'll be a good night. So the link is below in the video comments. You'll see it pinned to the top, or it's in the little caption. All right, so let's talk about sleep. All right, let me tell you, sleep is one of the biggest symptoms that people deal with. It also brings a lot of anxiety. People think, I'm never going to sleep again. This is crazy. You know, they have thoughts around sleep. If you have these thoughts, you might want to go back to the video I did last week about mental symptoms of withdrawal. That would kind of fit in here. So first what I'm going to do is share my own experiences with the sleep and insomnia stuff. And then I'm going to talk about stuff I did to help me, stuff other people do to help them. This is really meant to be idea provoking, not prescriptive by any means. Everybody's different. What works for me is not going to work for you. Everybody's sleep is so different, and your habits and your anxiety around sleep. So this is just meant to be like me sharing my experience to help normalize yours, and just some ideas. Maybe you haven't thought of something or you haven't tried this yet, and maybe it'll help. All right, so let's get to it. And I'm going to try to keep this video under 10 minutes so that you can go to sleep. Okay. All right. My experiences were sleep was one of my worst symptoms. I swear to God when I say this, and I have the Garmin records to prove it because I wore this, not this watch, but the other one, the entire time I was in withdrawal. I'm not kidding when I say this, that I only slept 20 minutes to an hour the entire first year off. It wasn't until 11 months off when I did some diet changes, and I was trying to see, like, is food really part of my issue? You know, I wasn't really sure, like, if I was sensitive to some foods or something. So I cleaned up my diet, and then in month 11, I strung together 4 hours in one night. I was like, oh my God. Yes, I felt insane and crazy, and like I was losing it. I had severe brain fog, wasn't thinking straight, doing weird things because I was not with it all the way, but I wasn't dangerous or like, I don't know. It was like I was with it enough, you know what I mean? So I think the first thing that we have to do really is like radical acceptance. Like, you are going to have sleep problems. It's part of this withdrawal journey, especially if you're cold turkeyed or you were on a long time or you rapid tapered or something like that. Even if you didn't, these drugs impact sleep. They just do. So you can just expect, you know what I mean? Like, if you're taking a heavy duty sleep medicine and you come off of it, it's going to swing the other way. The pendulum's going to swing. And you're not going to sleep, and it's terrible, and it sucks, and it's really bad because you just can't function. But number one is radical acceptance, and that's what I did. I was like, okay, I'm just not going to sleep. I mean, what am I going to do? I can't go take a pill to sleep because pills just hurt me, you know? So what are you going to do? Okay, so then on top of that, I also had lost the ability to nap like many, many years ago. This was way before I came off. I just lost the ability to nap. I don't know why. So that also came in there. All right. So first things first, basic sleep hygiene is what I did. So like things like, which you really can't help it. I know a lot of us are addicted to our phones, especially in withdrawal. You just cannot stop. You're looking for that one grain, that 1% of something someone's going to say that makes you feel like you're okay. And then it calms you down for just a minute. And then you start looking for the next thing. You know, I did that a lot. Okay. But if you can help it, maybe try to not do that, especially if you're not so severe that you can control like the obsessiveness. That will help you. The other things, I always try to get sunlight in the morning. Now, it doesn't mean like go for a walk. If you can't walk, you can't walk, okay? But like crack your window and let the sunlight come in. It doesn't work when it's coming through glass. It needs to be with the window open. And I highly suggest you listen to Andrew Huberman's Sleep. He's got 2 different episodes on sleep, and he says the same thing. It like helps regulate your circadian rhythm, you know. And of course, in withdrawal, everything is screwed up. It's not a cure-all. This is not a fix-it. This is like, how do we get through by the skin of our teeth with any little thing that'll help? You know, I should have probably said that at the beginning. But these are the things that I did to get by with the skin of my teeth to just survive this experience. You know what I mean? My computer keeps going off every time I take my finger off. Okay. Basic sleep hygiene first. No phones, no TV. Try to calm things down in the evening. Try to stay calm. Try to, no like drama or stress or anything that's going to kind of provoke you more, like intense movies or TV, all that kind of stuff. Maybe this would be a good time to like listen to a calming podcast. Some that I like are Tara Brach. She wrote the book called Radical Acceptance, but her voice is like really calming, and she talks about Buddhism and meditation and thinking and just like, so there's a period of time that I really liked her, but you're going to have to find the voice that resonates with you. Some people don't like male voices. Some people like female voices. Some people don't like, anybody with an accent of any kind. Like, you just kind of have to find what works for you. All right. I forgot to say this part, but my intrusive thoughts were so bad at nights. Like, it was like the second I laid down to sleep, it was like, it was very much like, what's that guy's name? Stephen King and Satan in my head, especially when I laid down. It got like so much worse. And maybe because I was distracting during the day, of course I knew that they were there and they were horrible, but like I wasn't doing anything to distract. So then I was really focused on them. And my central nervous system was just so revved up. Like, I felt like I was plugged into a light socket, and my skin was like, everything was pressurized inside my body, and I could run a marathon. I had all this energy that was like, where is this coming from? I don't understand. So trying to sleep with that, like severe intrusive thoughts that are suicidal and, the bad ones in nature, and, your nervous system being so revved up, you can't, and then super, super high terror and anxiety, like all of that, and you're laying in bed, like it's hard. Okay, so these are the things I did. I found every kind of meditation I could find. Claire Weeks, I listened to her. I found all this stuff on Benzo Buddies, by the way. Somebody had all these like apps that they use, the Calm app, Insight Timer. I went on YouTube and found Jason Stevenson for sleep. I went to, who's the other guy? I tried Joe Dispenza, but I've been getting some feedback that it's kind of messes with people, so I would be careful with him. Do not, number one, please don't do this. Stay away from the ones with have megahertz in them, that binaural beats. Your brain is very vulnerable, and I know people that have had setbacks from those, so try to stay away from those. But basically, this is what would happen. I would start with a guided meditation, and I would do this like Jedi mind trick thing, and I talk about this in the mental symptoms video a week ago. But basically, I would like focus like as hard as I could, like every little brain cell that I could muster, like just listen to the lady's voice, please, please, please. And all those scary thoughts and all the sensations I was feeling, I was trying so hard to just push them off like 1% to just get that little bit of focus. You know what I mean? And so, for instance, when I'm doing a progressive muscle relaxation meditation or something, and they would say like, squeeze your shoulders together, I'd be like, squeeze. Don't think of anything else. Okay. Let go. Okay. Squeeze. No, just feel the relaxation. Feel it. Like, I would just like force. I don't know what else to say. It was like force. Okay. And I tried everything I could think of. I'll put some of my favorite ones below, but like, there's a body scan meditation from the University of Missouri. That one I really liked. You have to be careful sometimes with, mindfulness, because I feel like that's a double-edged sword, because we like turn the mindfulness onto our symptoms and then that amplifies them. So body scan is not for everybody. But if you can do it in such a way that it relaxes you, then that's good, but not like where you're focusing on everything you're feeling. Okay, so I would start with a guided meditation, and maybe I would start with Jason Stevenson, the sleep guy, you know, and then maybe I'd be awake the entire 1 hour, and then I would find another one, and then I would find another one, and another one, and another. And literally the entire evening I was doing that. And my reasoning was, if I can get even just rest, like rest is not the same thing as sleep, but if I'm resting my nervous system as much as I can and resting my mind and really just trying to be as calm as I can, that has to be good for healing. It just has to be. That's what I thought. And I think it worked pretty well. Like, cause I just couldn't sleep. I just couldn't. Other times I laid under the blanket and just counted my heartbeats. That kind of helped sometimes. Sometimes I would visualize like dream, dream, dream. I would say mantras. I would say, I am healing, I am healing, I am healing, I am healing. And then I would say like sleep, sleep, dream, sleep. I would do anything. Like, I've tried everything, trust me. Okay, so here's some things that other people have tried. ASMR, did I say that right? Or is it AMSR? I have dyslexia, so I don't know which one, but that stuff, I didn't really get into that. I thought it was kind of weird, but you might like it. Drumming, like Native American flute playing or drumming, angelic or gospel or spiritual stuff, Gregorian chants. I did go through a period where I really liked that. Talks, like podcasts that are calming in nature, are boring. So like some people like true crime stuff. I couldn't watch anything intense or listen to anything intense, but if there's like Moth Radio Hour or NPR or something really boring, that might help you. Progressive muscle relaxation, I said that one. CBTI, I never tried, but that's basically CBT for insomnia. I never tried that one, but you might try. Yoga Nidra, I did try that one. I liked that. A weighted blanket, I have one, but I got it later in withdrawal. I didn't have it during this period. Epsom salt baths were lifesavers to me because, and I know not everybody can do Epsom. Some people have setbacks from it, but I did not. And I swear that just being warmed up and heated up, and then you get out of the tub and your body has to cool, that would help me just like 1% fall asleep. I know I keep saying 1%, but this is really important. You're not going to feel calm and just go to sleep. You know what I mean? It's usually not going to happen, especially early on in withdrawal. So 1% means like I would have like this balance in my brain, and I would be like, okay, look, if you can just calm down like 1%, like a teeter-totter, like if you can just calm your nervous system just a little bit, it'll be enough to like tip you over so you can fall asleep or get some rest. So that's kind of how I went at it. God, talking about this, I'm like, I cannot even believe I got through that. Jeez. It's crazy because it's been years now, you know. But so basically what happened was, like, let me make sure I got everything. So basically what happened, every month after that 11-month mark, you know, it was pretty bad. Like, I'd wake up 7 times a night to go to the bathroom, and then I'd be like, do I really have to pee that much, or what is going on? And I could never figure out, is it my nervous system waking me up with cortisol or something, or is it you know, I really do have to go to the bathroom, or is it, what is going on? I don't know, but I kept waking up. But then over the months, it went from like 7 times a night to, you know, 6 times a night to 5 times a night. And now I'm at like 1. That's about it. And usually it is because I have to go to the bathroom because I'm an old lady now. But that's kind of what it did. It just slowly repaired itself. And now I love sleep. And that's what I want to leave you with, is like, you have to fall in love with sleep. So if you have like pre-existing issues with sleep, or you've taken meds for your entire life for sleep, because I did, it was literally 13 years. So it's like you kind of lose the ability to even know how to sleep, you know, and you have to reteach your brain how to sleep. And it's not an easy process because you're in withdrawal and you don't sleep, and you got to teach your brain how to sleep without meds. Like the whole thing is a disaster, you know. And it's one of those things like, dang, I wish I would have learned this before I ever went on meds. But the good part is that when you do all this stuff and you teach your body how to relax, and you eliminate distractions at night, and you keep things calm, and you learn the rhythm of your sleep. Like me right now, I'm almost 7 years off. I wake up at the crack of sunrise, like a little bit before. And it's because I leave my window open and the sunlight comes in. And believe it or not, I mean, there's some weird science stuff you could know, but like the thickness of your eyelids can predict like how much sunlight comes in your eyes in the morning. So maybe I have thin eyelids. I don't know. But As soon as that sun starts coming up, my body is like, let's go. And I go to the gym at 7 in the morning, and I never did that. Like, never was a morning person, always been a night person. So the good part is when you're doing these things to get by on the skin of your teeth, because they're not magic bullets, like I told you, these habits become like permanent. So it's like you're rewiring your brain while you're healing. So it's very beneficial. So I highly recommend you do it. Let me know in the comments what you have tried for sleep. If there's anything I missed, because people read the comments and it's always so helpful to see like what other people have tried. So please share your experiences in the comments. And like I said, I'll put some of my favorite, I'll put like my top 3 that I think were like completely life-saving. I'll put those in the section, but this is really up to you to find what works for you, what makes you feel like that 1% less revved up feeling, just to tip you over to get you a little bit of rest. You find that. And I think one more thing, I just want to say it again, radical acceptance. You're not going to sleep. Don't freak out. You're not going to go crazy. Your body knows what it's doing. Believe it or not, you're not going to die. It's not good. It's not healthy. I agree with you, but it's just kind of part of the process, and we get through it. Believe it or not, I don't even know how sometimes we do, but we do. And your sleep will go back the way it was. And if you do these things and they help, you'll hardwire it in and you won't ever have to take a pill again. So that is your reward for the suffering. Ugh. Anyway, I hope you all are having a good evening, and I hope some of this works for you, and I'll see you next week.